During this week's video, we make the cheapest bead locks on the internet from Speedway Motors and using these cheap 15-inch steel wheels. Welcome back to the channel. It's a rainy day. We got the tractor. We're gonna go pick up the wheels and tires that we're gonna be putting on the Liberty. You will notice these wheels and tires that we're gonna go pick up. We're gonna use the loader because they're heavy. Put a bunch of liquid in the tires. We did a video on that and put these tires and wheels on our Grand Cherokee and went out wheeling. So we did that. You wanna talk? Okay, you say something.
Heavy.
The wheels are heavy, he says. The wheels are heavy. So we'll go get those wheels and get this process going. Well, look at there. We got the wheels out of the tires, and my goodness, was that difficult. We had to break it down on the tire machine, put it up on the tire machine, bust the one side of the bead off, and then take the tire off and the wheel. So we had to shake all the fluid out, and then from there we put it back on the tire machine and got the other bead off. So quite the process. Plus, I bet you those wheels probably weighed 100 plus easily with that fluid in there. So quite the workout. But now we'll go back home with those wheels and we'll start cleaning them up to put the DIY beadlocks on those wheels. I promised you, this is not child labor. He's just my little helper. We are doing the welding thing, tack welding around the ring. If you continue to just weld around this ring, we will start to warp our new bead here. So we need to be very careful. I just tack welded in a few spots. Gonna go around and do probably 1-inch long welds on each side. And then I'm gonna grab the air hose nozzle and I'll blow off the metal a little bit to try to keep it cool, so then we don't warp our new beadlocks, because that would be a bad deal. Last night we put a little bling on these beadlocks and we painted them, so they're gonna look pretty good once we get them mounted on the Liberty, because the color theme is gonna be similar to what we got rolling already on that Liberty. And these wheels, and I got another secret. This video has been going on for a couple weeks, so in the meantime We did sell our old 35s that we were gonna mount on here, and we got some new 35s. So you have to continue to watch the video, and you're gonna have to see what kind of tires are gonna go on these new wheels. You're gonna like it. All right, let's get back to welding, because we got like a lot of welding to do on these wheels. Well, that just happened. We ran out of welding wire, and we didn't even get very far. Let me show you what we got going on here. The welds are looking halfway decent, and we try to get down inside the wheel here and build the puddle inside and just touch the ring a little bit, because we are gonna have to lop off this section of the wheel. So we'll have to cut that off and kind of smooth this area down a little bit and get rid of the bead lip, the original one on the wheel. Another tip, wherever you are, when you take the valve stem out, make sure your bolts are centered into that valve stem. So you don't want this nut to be right over your valve stem. And tip number 3, I just use this little adjusting wrench, and I just kind of went around the wheel here to kind of center this locking ring. You know, you could use a tape measure, but this worked pretty well. Well, off to Harbor Freight I go to go get some more welding wire. I wanted to show you guys the little weenie wheels that we've been rocking on the Liberty. Check out these little 15-inch wheels and clapped out BFGs that we've been rocking on the Liberty. I picked up a set of these for 50 bucks off of Marketplace. And yes, 15-inch wheels do not fit, so there is some grinding involved on the top of the brake caliper, which we did. And you got to cut the tie rod bolt off a little bit. Otherwise, the Jeep 15-inch wheels do fit on the Liberty. So let's take this little weenie wheel Liberty and go get some welding wire. Well, sorry if the audio is a little loud. We got a little storm coming through, and I had to open the doors. The grind dust is a little thick in here. That took quite a bit of effort to grind that lip off the edge. After we welded the bead locking ring onto the wheel, we cut the lip off the side of it and then ground down the sharp edges and a little bit of the top surface here. A lot of work. So we only have 3 more to do. One more trick before we finish this wheel up is we're gonna spray a little soap on there, see if there's any leaks in our welds. That's a weird thing to say. Leaks in the welds. Anyways, let's get the soap out and see if we have any air bubbles in our welds. Well, there you have it. One day later, we got a wheel with beadlocks. In another 3 days, I meant another 3 wheels. We're done with this project. That's not gonna be on the rest of this video. I'm gonna spare you the time, and I need to get at it to get the rest of these done, because like I said, it took me a full day to do just this one wheel. Granted, I'm in and out of the house a bunch of times with the kids and running around doing other errands. But for you guys, it might just be a weekend ordeal, a lot of grinding, a lot of cutting, and a lot of welding, and you can have yourselves some cheap beadlocks like these guys. If you guys want to see these wheels and beadlocks on the Liberty, you're gonna have to stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all those things that you guys do on YouTube to keep up with the things we're doing on the channel. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time.